What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And Melyssa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
And Giovanni got in trouble, Watson.
Stay in trouble, Watson. And we have our guest in the house, Safaree.
Hey, Safaree.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good.
And Safaree's brought a friend. What's your name?
Hold on a second. Before we go any further, I just wanted to make sure that the energy in here was all the way right, and it couldn't be right until I came and did.
Okay, here's a suitcase.
You got the key, huh?
You know, we've had guests in here that we've had to search. So hopefully, nothing too wild comes out.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Okay, this
The
is a
presentation
45-minute show.
Okay, we need to make sure. Hold on.
Oh, that's the Safaree coconut oil right there?
Okay, so for those of you who are not watching this, he's putting out multiple jars of coconut oil. Wait, no, you're messing up his presentation.
He's pulled them out of a Louis Vuitton briefcase.
Let him do his presentation. Put things back.
God dang it, Jason.
Yes, we have to see where this is going.
Yes, let him control this. He got this. Okay, so this is one of those jars is used.
Yeah, I had to use it on the Jamaican goddess, Miss
You're
Kelly.
talking to the mic.
Oh, my bad. I had to use it on the Jamaican goddess, Miss Kelly. You know. Shout out all the brown skin
Miss
sisters.
Kelly.
How you
out there.
doing?
Okay, so tell us about this coconut oil in this presentation on this Louis box.
This coconut oil is a way of life. It's my way of life. It's me branching out just to show, you know, I'm not just an ignorant ass nigga who just does music and all I want to do is rap and that's it. Nah, I'm above all that. These are my sunglasses too, by the way. I'm going to make sure you get a pair, you get a pair, you get a pair.
love a
Everybody
pair.
gets a pair.
Hey.
You get a pair too.
Shout out to the hip hop Oprah in the room.
Yeah. It's the Safaree Collection, Optics by Parker.
Those are nice, man.
Okay, so
Thank
fact
you.
check really quick. Is this real Louis Vuitton?
What? You can't get a fake Louis Vuitton briefcase. Are you crazy?
In America, you can.
I never seen a fake hard one with a key.
I used to live
with
really
my-
close to.
With
I used
my,
to.
with my, hold on a second. Damn,
Is
I
it
gotta-
engraved?
I gotta
key,
do all
too.
of this for you, Jason. Come on, damn.
I used to
son.
live really close to Canal Street in New York.
Hey,
He's
they don't
right.
do
You
that
could get
too.
anything.
Nah, they don't do your like
Let me get this
embroidery.
strand of hair. Is
Like
this
when
Nicki
you do your
Baby's hair?
embroidery. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so look, let's get into this. Let's get into this coconut oil because Melissa's come completely dry. Not come completely dry.
That's
That doesn't sound-
hilarious.
Whoa.
That's kind of an oxymoron.
Melissa came to the show completely dry today. She usually uses cocoa butter.
Lubed up.
But we have a presentation of our own, so might as well just do this really quick. Do you have what I gave you under the desk? I don't know what kind of.
You want to take it out the bag?
Yeah, bring it out.
All right, let's bring it out.
What is going on in here today?
You come with presentations. You got presentations here at Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
Okay, so
we give our guests gifts now.
We found this picture of Safaree and Melissa.
Oh my God!
Shout out to Melissa's areola in the picture.
Right there.
Yeah.
So Melissa, you saw
Right
it?
there.
There was a lot going on in that photo.
Oh my God.
How long ago was
Oh
that?
my God. I know exact. This was 2004. And I had just done an interview on Hot 97 and I was going to quit the business, as a matter of fact, because it was really, really tough. I even remember those jewels. It was
like Mario.
I mean, you had.
My face was fat.
Yeah.
But wait. Melissa has a cross between Missy Elliott and fucking Adina Howard going on.
What is happening? I am tragic right now, with the exception of my areola.
You was getting it then. I know something was going on.
Right.
Between
me and him?
No, just in life.
Oh yeah, life was.
My heart was
amazing.
beating so fast when I took that picture.
You was nervous, bro?
Let me tell you something, Melissa. You don't even know. I had you hung up all over my room. It was you and Allen Iverson. And I had a shrine of you. Like I had your calendar. I had your DVDs.
Did you ever masturbate to her calendars?
Listen,
It's okay. This is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
listen.
That's a yes.
I absolutely.
Shout out to this
I
coconut
absolutely
oil.
had the DVDs, and you know, this guy Jason's funny. And I used to like tell girls like, you gotta look like Melyssa Ford.
Did you ever tell Nicki Minaj that?
Yo, growing up, anybody I dealt with, if I didn't come out and say it, they knew that like Melyssa Ford was like, they would come to my crib and look in my room and be like, what the heck? I had all the smooth, I sound like a real freak. Let me just.
Well, no, you're pretty young, so you were dating Nicki.
Yeah, I was young.
You dated Nicki Minaj for 11 years, so clearly she was one of those girls at the time. When you told her that she had to have a body like Melissa, what did she say? Was she offended? Did she listen to you and take heed?
I'm just saying, you know, it was if somebody really cared about me and they couldn't like live up to those standards, it messed with their mental.
Well, we've seen video of Nicki Minaj's body from when she was young in the hood, when she was in rap circles, just going hard in the paint, and then we've seen her now, you know, thick as ever, not pregnant thick, but she's thick. Melyssa's thick. Did you in some way encourage or did you motivate Nicki to follow suit and get that Melyssa Ford body?
Man, it's getting hot in here, man.
Shit, you got this goddamn polar bear neck on, man.
That's what everybody says. There was still a question out there.
Damn. You need any coconut oil? Are you good?
So the question is, did you encourage, was Melyssa Ford a conversation with you and Nicki Minaj? Ever? Okay, so we're gonna come back to that. So speaking of your ex, you were in a relationship for 11 years and it didn't end well. I was just doing a little research because I'm a receipt collector and I see that you when you were with Nicki, I feel like she had a lot more swag then. I felt like she was able to really. It was very clear that Nicki was doing her thing and she had her, who we all thought was her man, supporting you. Mm-hmm. But you guys weren't really public with your relationship. And I know that you've talked about this in the past, but do you feel a certain way about her being very public with Meek and not being as public with you, given that you were down for her for so long?
I really don't give a rat's ass anymore. It never bothered me. It never fucked with me. It's like it was what it was, like I know what's real and I know what's not. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's real, whether it's not, like I don't got nothing to do with me because I'm doing me. And that's why I walked away from the jump so I could do me and I couldn't be happier.
But were you happy in that relationship or were you miserable?
I'm saying to be with someone that long, of course, at some point you got to be happy, but then to leave, you got to not be happy. So, it was a 80-20.
So what about so let's talk about the end. Was there like a really big lead up or was it a gradual thing? Because, the rumors are is that you cheated. And then she came after you with a baseball bat and beat the shit out of the Mercedes.
So were you slinging that coconut oil on some hoes or what? What was going on?
Yo, I don't know. Like everybody keep on asking me that, but
well, because you don't really answer it. If you answer the question, people will stop asking. Ask me if I'm gay real quick. I'm fucking gay. So once you throw it out there, shit, you really don't have to hide about anything. Not that you're hiding, but I can see that you're very reluctant to be as open about your relationship that you have owned. It was yours as much as it was hers. Mm-hmm. Why not talk about it? People want to know. We don't care, but the people that are watching and listening want to know.
People definitely care.
Yeah, I don't know why people care so much. It's
because you're public figures, and that's what happens when you become a public figure.
Exactly, and there's a lot of mystery surrounding the whole situation.
Melyssa, I still think you're beautiful.
Thank you.
I still am somewhat in love with you.
I'm just excited. She came dry today. I'm just waiting on some oil to go on her.
Did Nicki Minaj know that you were in love with Melyssa Ford?
No wonder.
Everybody knew I was.
So we'll assume that Nicki did as well. Okay, so so let me ask you this. This is a question I have written. What makes you so uncomfortable talking about your last relationship? Because I know you've talked about it, but you've been very coy around some of the details that people want to know.
It's just because I'm just trying to really make people forget, that even was a part of me. And for the most part, it's starting to I'm very recognizable now as my own, as Safaree, I was in Tokyo, Japan 2 weeks ago. I had a show out there for the Navy in I don't even know how to pronounce the place. I'm sorry, but it was in Tokyo, Japan, and it wasn't out. It wasn't for nothing else besides Safaree. You know what I'm saying? And the guy called me Thursday, and I did put up like some old video, and he said, "Yo, we really want you out there." I'm like, "All right, set it up." They booked my ticket, and like my ticket was $4,000. So I'm like, "Yo, these people got to be serious." You know what I'm saying? And they really made it happen like in a day. So like,
oh, I followed your Insta story. You were literally out there working, and I think part of what I want to talk about later is just us both being on Love and Hip Hop together. You creating your own platform, you launching the different business endeavors that you have. But I think a part of the reason why people continue to go back to the past is because there are a lot of. I mean, I'm a fan of what you all created. You were a part of creating one of the biggest superstars in the world, and Nicki Minaj is a superstar. We're not talking about a reality star. No disrespect to Nicki or anybody on reality TV, but we're talking about a superstar. So I understand not wanting to be in her shadow, because I don't think you are. I think you've stepped out of that. But there was a time where you were in her shadow because she kept and you kept your relationship private. Now we want to know, we, the people, not us, just want to know a few things. That's all.
Yeah, and it's just because, you know, for the most part, some people, they be like, only time people want to speak to you is when you're talking about her or whatever, which I know is not true. But then it's like when I do speak about her, of course, that's going to be the headline. You know what I'm saying? So,
but there's other people that may sit back and say, you not just clearing the air one time for the record and walking away is a way of keeping it alive.
I would agree with that. I mean, like, I totally understand your hesitation to even want to address it, just because in my personal, you know, the way that I've handled myself in the business is I've always kept my relationships, my high profile ones, very quiet, because
I've never heard about you with anybody.
Because
she just told a story about somebody eating her ass though, so she's evolved.
He's just a regular guy. Anywho,
shout out to Iz.
I never wanted to be defined by the relationship that I was in. So if that relationship ends, suddenly nobody's interested in anything to do with me anymore, just because that was what was most captivating. So I get the hesitation, but Jason's right. When it comes to, you know, you just kind of just got to let it just all fall out, and then it stops becoming a topic of conversation because you addressed it, and it's just like, yo, if you want to hear what I had to say, you can. This is the reference point. It's already there. Moving on, I will no longer talk about that stuff. But it's just there's so much stuff. I'll use myself
as an example. Last season on the show we're on, you know how reckless it is. Yeah. I had a moment where I threw a drink on somebody that I regretted. And I did one interview about it. I refused every other interviews, and anytime anybody brought it up, I said, you know, the interview's already out there. There's no need to talk about it. In fact, the publicist I have now knows that there's the only one thing I will talk about: child molest, gun violence, gay shit. I'll talk about anything, but I won't talk about something you can already point to.
Yeah.
So I guess for us, you know, we just ask. Well, there's a few questions that's becoming longer than we expected to get to kind of what the audience has asked us to ask you.
Well,
if you had $15, and you could only buy one album, and the two choices were Nicki Minaj, Pink Print, and Lil' Kim Hardcore, which would you choose?
Well, I worked on the Pink Print, so I would pick the Pink Print.
Okay, because
putting money back in your own pocket.
But no, because he's allegedly sued for royalties that wasn't paid to him. So would he be putting money back in her pocket and not in his?
Good question.
That's why I'm on the show.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't sue anybody.
Where did that come from? Just out the air?
Nah, because I had my lawyers, they drafted something up, and then they reached out, and then just after a while I just was like, you know what?
Forget it.
Fuck this shit. Like, I'm gonna do me regardless.
And you just been on your hustle.
And I just been doing
you pulled
my
a Dr.
shit.
Okay, but wait,
NWA.
hold on a second. Wouldn't that have been like a significant amount of money? Yeah, the royalties for, because I mean,
multiple albums,
yeah,
tours.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah, probably.
And you didn't feel like you needed to fight for that?
You didn't feel like you were owed that?
It's just, the shit was just draining, and I'm just like, I already deal with everything that I do on my own. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna be dealing with my shit and having to be dealing with some lawsuit and depositions and all of this bullshit. And it's like, you know, niggas want to see me with nothing and see me with my back against the wall. The worst thing niggas can see is me on national TV in front of millions of people on my own, doing my own thing. So that's better than a lawsuit to me.
Well, when my ex and I broke up, we actually sat down and talked about it in the context of a business, just the relationship. Like, okay, we've invested everything. We've gone bankrupt. We can't grow anymore. then we actually talked about a process of like, okay, you take this so you're good. I'm gonna take this so I'm good. Was that process available to both of you, or did it just end so fast and there's so many people involved that you didn't get to do that?
It just ended with just emotions controlling everything. So nothing was able to be handled. Which one is that?
Got it. Okay. So you weren't able to. Do you feel like you were able to walk away with what was owed to you?
Absolutely not.
Do you feel that you're still owed, or have you let that completely go?
Of course, I feel like I'm still owed, but I just let it go.
I don't think you should have let it go.
A lot of people tell me that. A lot of people tell me that, but.
Well, there's rumors that you gave her sound. There's rumors that you've written on some of the music. There's rumors that you gave her a lot of her swag. So why would you walk away from that?
Is there like a statute of limitations on you being able to take legal action against, in terms of trying to recoup money that's owed to you?
If I wanted to do it years from now, later on, I could do it again, like that's if I wanted to, but it's just, I'd rather just rebuild myself and just do my shit myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You better than me.
a lot of people say that shit.
Let me tell you, I'd be repoing that Bentley she has. I'd be taking Meek's chains. I'd be going after everything that's mine.
He pretty much did what Dr. Dre did in NWA.
I don't know what Dr. Dre.
He left Suge with all the royalties, the masters, and everything to get out his contract.
And then he created Aftermath.
But let's make no mistake on the difference, because there's a clear distinction. Dr. Dre was the front runner in NWA. He was the face of NWA. He was out there in them streets. And they had a very different relationship. I mean, you really supported Nicki, and you took the backseat to push her out there. And you weren't in the front, jumping up and down trying to take credit for everything. Unlike a lot of men in Hollywood that do that for the women. So I mean, for that, I feel like you got
I was
cheated.
really quiet the whole time.
So you would buy the hardcore album. Oh, y'all motherfuckers are slow.
No, I got it.
So what do you think of that Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj beef? I mean, I grew up, of course, listening to Lil Kim. And when you look at Nicki, you see a lot of similarities. Do you understand the beef? Because I'm sure you were there in the midst of it when it was live.
It's just eras and generations. Everybody gets their turn, and it's just like it was a Kim era.
Foxy Brown era.
Kim and Foxy, then it's a Nicki, and then who knows what's gonna be after. And then with females, it's like females are very, very like territorial. They're territorial in their personal life, and they're territorial with their careers. So like when they got that light, they don't want to share that position. So that's what creates, you know what I'm saying? Or imagine there's another guy who comes out with Hollywood Locked instead of Hollywood Unlocked. And he's light skinned with his hair coolly slicked down like you, and has another radio show at the same. You're gonna be like,
I'm getting angry right now for no reason.
That's what I'm saying.
But the difference, I think, between probably you and I is everybody that knows me knows I'm going to go down fighting to get my shit.
That's true.
Meaning I'm gonna burn your house down. I'm gonna come to your kid's school and pick them up and hold them for ransom. I'm gonna go for everything that I'm owed.
Jason will make a project out of you.
Every second, every penny. Because I feel like for me, betrayal is the hardest thing to overcome. Like
I agree.
I can accept if you don't like me and I don't like you. That's cool. Whatever. We don't have to say that.
I get over betrayal. I deal with that shit like it's like nothing. I don't know why, but like I get really numb to shit. And
no, you're a good guy. I mean, knowing you personally, but being on the show with you, being around you, talking to you, like you're a good person. And I think sometimes good guys win last. I mean, I think that, sometimes you guys become easy targets, especially for somebody like a Nicki who seems to be very aggressive, very assertive. I mean, I'm a fan of Nicki Minaj, so all the Barbies, y'all can stay the fuck off my timeline. But because those fucking terrorists, I tell you, they don't give a fuck about anything.
I know.
They wake up, oatmeal berries, and fucking attack you. What type of Barbie repellent do you use to keep them off? Because now you got another girl named Nicki. We'll get into that to a minute.
What was that like after the breakup and then the Barbie army? What was your timeline like? I mean, because
Oh, my shit was in shambles, but I really like I laughed at the shit
right.
because
Were you
you're
issued
low-key-
death threats and stuff?
He's
Did
low,
you get?
He's
yeah.
low key a comedian. I could see you just
Oh,
fucking
Safaree's
laughing.
hilarious.
I'm not like people. I be looking cool, swagging, laid back. Yo, I'm an outrageous ass nigga. Like
Yeah,
You really are.
I'm weird, and I admit that shit. Like I don't like normal shit. It
I don't
gets me fidgety.
I don't take it as you being weird. I take it as you being
Eclectic.
authentic, like your own. Like you're
artist.
creating your own lane. I mean, you went from SB stunting in the videos with the chains and the hat back and all, supporting the whole Nicki movement, to this Jamaican icon out in all over the world with these, other iconic what do you call it? Reggae artists.
Yeah, big up Bounty Killer, fresh off the Sunfest stage too.
Mind you, I've been knowing Safaree for like almost 2 years now, and he's so outlandish, like this shit right here. He's so outlandish.
For everybody who doesn't know what that
Right.
means, he is just taking some coconut oil and he's rubbing it on Miss Kelly.
I remember when
right
he
now.
had his
First of all, what is Miss Kelly's relationship? Because Nikki Baby has been texting me while I'm sitting here, and you are rubbing all on some half naked woman.
Kelly, look
Very
at how
beautiful
good
woman.
the coconut oil looks on her.
Okay, so she's like your physical
she's a
model.
Safaree coconut oil.
you look like you was
ambassador.
in coming to
Back up.
America.
I'm trying to see.
Kelly,
Sorry.
Kelly, do you have a man?
I was about to say something.
Go
But
ahead.
like I was saying, he's so outlandish to the point where he had his value mixtape. It is what it is. Value 1. He was hosting at Playhouse, and he texted me said, "Yo, meet me at Playhouse." I go outside. I get to Playhouse, and all I hear is. I'll turn over my corner. It's literally 100 motorcycles. Him in the front in this Aventador Lamborghini. He gets out in the middle of traffic, puts up the doors, and all 100 motorcycles behind him start doing donuts and burnouts. He got like 5 girls like this with the. He's
a production.
He's a production.
Make sure when you do the video for this, get the video clip of it too, because it's
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Use the
it's
footage of
crazy.
it.
We'll put that video clip at the end of this interview.
Sorry.
So you were recently on VH1 Live, and you were asked, of course, about Meek Mill, and you basically said you are cool and you're cool, whatever. Are you a fan of Meek Mill?
and what was the song Lifeline about?
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Are you a fan of
Okay.
Meek Mill?
No,
Do you listen to DC 3124? I mean, I don't know. He has so many different.
absolutely not.
So the Drake and Meek Mill beef. I'm assuming you were Team Drake,
I'm just saying, even before all of that, I always thought Drake was dope.
Yeah.
but you didn't play into the beef. You didn't stop liking Meek Mill because of Drake.
Nah, like everything was all happening around the same time.
Yeah, I used to be a big fan of Meek Mill. I mean, you go in the club. There's that one song. I don't know what it is.
Well, the one that make you feel like you want to get up and go do something with your
building up.
life.
It's building- okay, well, shout out to all my people past Wilshire that know what I'm talking
Nightmares
about. I
and
don't know. Okay, but for those of you that live over here in Burbank in North Hollywood, it's that song that somebody past Wilshire can explain to you.
I don't know it.
Right, because you live in Studio City.
And I listened to Little Dragon. Yeah.
So Safaree, do you think that you and your ex could ever get to a place where you could be friends again?
Probably not.
Damn.
And you're okay with that?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never had an 11-year relationship, but this is really interesting to me. If you are with somebody, and I'm assuming you guys slept in the same bed every night for that long. I mean, damn,
That was practically like a marriage.
pretty much.
Yeah.
It's an unofficial
Could have
marriage.
been us, Melissa.
Well, I mean, Nikki's body looked kind of like her, so I'm assuming that you felt like you were with Melyssa all that time,
You guys are with Melyssa Ford.
every day. It's
Let me know. Do you need a fourth host?
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yo, you say you can't fuck with Meek, but I know y'all both do the biking shit. I want to know who between y'all two you thinking out stunt and bike.
I'm Team
each other?
Safaree on that one.
Yeah, Safaree's crazy.
It's two complete. It's
'Cause
two
he just
different
4 wheels
lifestyles.
and-
It's two different
Because
lifestyles.
he's
Two categories.
motorbikes and shit, right?
Yeah, I ride.
And motorcycles.
I ride motorcycles.
I love motorcycles.
Yo, I see the shit you do on them bikes, man. Every time I pray.
Every time I pray.
So look, there's so much more we want to talk about. So Love and
Stunt
Hip Hop.
boss.
How did they find you for Love and Hip Hop?
Well, the opportunity has been there for me for like probably like since the beginning of it, you know. And I just was always like,
Even when it was in New York, you mean?
nah, because it was like when the Hollywood one first started.
Okay.
Like as soon as I flew the coop and I said, "Hey, I'm Safaree." If I wanted to do it, I could have did it, but I just was like, nah, that's too expected. I don't want to just, all right, now I'm single, go and jump and be on the show.
You let some time die down.
Yeah, because I just didn't want everyone I didn't want to be boxed in. So I wanted to do my thing with my music, work on that. And
You got involved in Philippe Chow. You were an investor.
yeah, I invested in it. And is that shit even still in business?
No, not here in LA. It's
Yes,
not.
it is.
Is it?
Well, the one in New York.
The one in Manny, and
Where is it?
it's on Wilshire.
Oh, they moved. Okay, I didn't
moved
know
it.
they moved
They
it.
moved it.
Okay, my bad. Sorry,
I
guys.
don't think it's still open. You have a boyfriend, Melissa?
No.
So going,
No, I don't.
listen, going back to so you had some investments, you took some downtime, and then the show, you reached out to them, or
Hey,
they reached
y'all
out to
two
you?
look related.
So far, listen, we're doing an interview. Come on.
Sorry. All right.
So you reached out to the show, you get on the show. How was that experience? How's the experience been for you?
I wouldn't change nothing about it. I would do it all over again tomorrow. Everything that I was like worried about, like I just love it. Everyone who saw it, they said, yo, I love the intro. I like how you look on it. You being yourself. And it's just been A1.
Shout out to our other cast member A1 who's on the show.
Ironically.
Right.
So yeah, you have a thing for girls named Nicki. Say,
Shout out to Miss Nikki, baby.
Yes, shout out to Miss Nikki, baby. I
shout
love
out.
me some her.
But me and her were cool before the show. That's
were.
another thing.
You
Yeah.
were.
It wasn't like, okay, the show and now, me and her.
No, you guys were developing that before the show.
But then even before the show, we weren't even talking on some like trying to see what's up. We just was talking just on some like
Cool shit.
regular, just cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Because every girl that I speak to, no matter how bad a chick is, I'm not trying to talk to every girl I meet. Like you could be beautiful and I could just still be talking to you and not even try to make a move on you.
Well, she gave you a big shout out on VH1 Live. She said you were better in bed than Little Fizz.
You was
Yeah,
there
I've
when she
heard about
said it?
Safaree.
You said I was there?
You was there when she said that.
Yeah, I was there.
Dang.
So how did that feel? Did that, to have your woman stand up for you in such a way?
This nigga said my woman.
I'm not a nigga.
Oh, my
I'm
bad.
a Negro.
All right, yeah, it was funny because it was blown out of
Pause.
it was made very big, like
Pause.
everybody spoke about how big it was.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
And
It's yes.
I mean-
like the rumors in the streets about Safaree's third leg is that it's a baby
Man,
arm.
this brother's Jamaican, man. Be cutting
That
down
listen,
coconut
don't
trees
even,
with that shit.
don't even
Listen,
trust me. I'm here to tell you that the rumor that just because a Negro is
I
from
wouldn't
Jamaica
know.
or Nigeria that he got like a
Look,
third arm is not true.
Every time I see an eggplant
not
print on
true.
my
Can
shit
I-
from you, I scroll past that
Well,
shit quick.
we don't scroll past it.
No, we don't.
We've actually posted.
I don't wanna know my
We've
nigga like
actually
that.
posted some of his workout photos. I've never seen anybody work out with a full erection. Like, how does that actually happen?
there's been a couple.
That's the reporter in me that wants to know.
No, I have been asked that, and I've seen people say, "Yo, like, why is he rock while he's in the gym or whatever?"
Is it just all the stimulation from lifting? Is it the circulation
Yo,
of blood?
like, I'll just
This dude's hilarious.
I'll just get myself ready before the pick and know I'm like, yo, I'm about to take this pick.
That's funny.
So you playing this shit?
First of all,
Does coconut oil play a role
okay,
in?
can we just say that?
Okay.
Can we just say, Gio? Even though I know I play in a different playground, we all have erections at times, and it's a process. I mean, it just doesn't happen because the wind
No,
blows.
sometimes my shit just get hard.
Not when you, but not in the middle of working out with a camera person and fucking shiny ass coconut oil. You prepare for that.
I feel so left out of this
It's a
conversation.
production.
Well, when you come back, you'll have a dick in your next life. But for
I
now,
hope
you
so.
gotta wait.
I hope so. I want to come back as a gay man in my next life,
And a top.
and a top, and fuck everything.
We'll talk about that offline. So
Wow.
back to your the content.
Either that or a
This
chihuahua.
is what I don't understand.
I'm gonna put out an eggplant pic to see what type of
See,
attention I get.
you already have dick pics out.
But
First of
people
all,
don't know about those.
He thought that his dick pic would lead everybody to his IMDb. That is not how it works
no,
in Hollywood.
I'm gonna put out an eggplant
IMDb.
pic.
IMDb is when you're an
In that movie
actor and you
database.
put all your stuff on there. I don't have one. I'm not an actor. We're not actors. We're actually on this.
I have an
reality show.
IMDb profile.
Yeah, but you're in movies.
Okay, yeah.
But we're not talking about you.
Okay.
Listen, back to your exercise erection content. So my writers have put your pictures on our Instagram. Shout out to our Instagram page. We just got back. You've got our shit deleted.
They deleted it?
Yeah, because it's somewhat pornographic.
Was he? It was him.
Yeah, anytime there's an eggplant, it's on the Hollywood Unlocked for sure. Until they delete it.
Listen, them who have some blood clot manners. That's not
But
me.
did you do that as a marketing? Because I'm sure your DMs were pretty busy. Did you?
I'm not gonna lie, yo. Since the show started airing, my DMs are
Everybody's gonna want to fuck you for the next 3 months.
I'm like, yo, are these people really like? Hey, you want to have a threesome? Like they just
What?
flat out like, yo, these girls are crazy. And the thing with me, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like when a girl just throws herself
when
like
they're too
out.
aggressive.
I like when a girl is like.
Coy and makes you chase
Yeah, and I
a
like
little
when
bit.
she's covered. Like I don't even like when a girl's just all the way naked. I like when you got on your little bikini and.
But you were with Nicki Minaj and Nicki Baby. They're never covered.
Nah, Nicki be covered.
Which
She
one?
be having on the silhouette and stuff.
Yeah.
So who did you enjoy having sex with more, Nicki Minaj or Nicki Baby?
Damn. He would
That's
ask
a
you that.
good question, Jason.
The journalist.
I feel like I can answer
Hold
that.
on. It's that midnight storm sound.
Damn, yo, this man.
'Cause they both got body.
Listen. Nicki said that Fizz was better than you were better than Fizz. I'm just asking. You don't have to say Nicki Baby was better than Nicki Minaj, but I think if you don't answer the question, it's kind of fucked up. Given she just answered it for you on national television.
Plead the fifth, bro.
So what about that pink print? what about that pink print?
I'm just saying, yo, I'd have to go with Nicki.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Okay.
That's hilarious.
You know,
Gio,
our
you said
reunions-
you thought you knew what the answer would be. Who'd you think?
I was gonna say Nicki,
Which one?
Which one?
the one that start with the letter N.
Fuck you.
Okay, so
No, but speaking of threesomes, though, I want to know did the whole because you in the teaser of the show, you know, I want both of y'all,
Rosa and Nicki Baby.
he
Did that ever
he
happen?
cannot talk about that.
Okay.
We will get in trouble.
See, look, Gio.
Spoiler.
What, did it happen?
But Rose ain't the kind of girl to get into bed with a man and another girl. 2 girls, maybe.
No, Rose is really liking girls these days.
She was with Rob Kardashian.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Rose is liking girls these days.
So,
Son with that.
so if you could have sex with Rosa Acosta or Nicki Baby, which one would you choose?
Well,
He already got.
Hey, so then the logical answer would be Rosa since he already got Nicki. Come on now, work with him.
No,
Let him answer the question.
I'd pick Nicki.
Really?
Yeah.
you don't
love
want to
her.
try Rosa Acosta on for size? Why? Why?
I like that, like.
But Rosa has that. Rosa
Rosa
has
got a lot of that.
Rosa has a lot of
He's
curves.
made a lot of, it looked like
I'm
ass
just saying, like
movements.
Nicki.
Millie rocking on the ass chicks.
So you say you care about Nicki, baby.
Of course, she's like me and her. We speak all the time. Like, we just talk about regular shit. Like, and I was saying to her the other day, like, it's so crazy how like we're just like real, just friends. Like we just talk about shit, and I talk about shit. She talk about shit. I ask her advice for stuff. She always on her.
We hung
business
out at the
tip.
strip. We hung out at the strip club together.
Yeah, where you left me, and my phone died, and I couldn't call an Uber.
You got drunk and got on stage. There was a lot going on. You don't drink, and you were.
I don't know that night. I don't know what the hell got into me that
if
night.
you hang out with me and Nicki, you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, they made me drink, and but I don't drink because I don't be wanting to mess up my abs, and my brain's a little messed up. Like I look at certain food or certain drinks and be like, nah, that's gonna mess up my stomach.
So
And
you
it don't.
So VH1 Live, you were wilding out, jumping on tables,
I thought
jumping
you was
all over
drunk,
the
bro.
place. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, they've.
my
you see
friend's
how
a
they,
producer
like-
on the show. He was calling me saying Safaree's out of control. He put you on Insta story. You were climbing up the thing. I was like, damn,
Yeah,
it was
you-
great though.
Yeah, you see how like they like feed animals and so that you can like for other people to eat them. It's like that's what they did to me with liquor on that show.
I knew it.
So you're not a big drinker?
No, not at all.
But you drank that day.
I drank that day.
See, Jason, we fucked
I
up. We should
said
have had
it.
the
I
champagne
didn't
here.
force him to drink.
No,
He
we should
drank.
have the champagne here.
But when I
today.
I thought y'all would have had liquor here.
We normally
Yeah,
We
do.
usually do.
There are rules in the studio now. We're not allowed to drink, so it's her fault.
Yeah.
Why? Would you break?
Not it's a company rule. But anyway, and Melyssa hasn't put on any coconut oil today because she hasn't
Yes.
had any of her cocoa butter, so we were waiting to see how this really worked. Maybe you can demonstrate. So we'll be right back.
Not maybe, yes.
We have moved Melissa's microphone.
I'm just gonna stand up.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
you just
Melissa, have a seat.
What the fuck?
Have
I
a
can't
seat,
talk
please.
it.
Have a seat.
Okay.
Okay, so Safaree, we're gonna do an in studio experience
Demonstration.
Yeah, can you please show us how this coconut oil works? Well, Melyssa, I've positioned the mic so you can talk about it as you're applying it.
First.
No, take the oil over there. Use that mic.
I'm gonna stay seated.
Let me. You want me to move?
No.
Oh, okay.
Stay right where you are.
Dick.
I have one.
First, I'd like to say thank you, God, Father above.
You're welcome.
Now talk to us
Yeah,
about
talk us
the
through
oil.
it. Talk us through this.
Also, let me explain to you. I'm still
Get on the mic, please.
Oh, my bad.
Right here.
No.
All right, so look, I'm still dealing with the pause. I'm still dealing with the packaging, because I had like a black case with a gold cap.
Okay.
And it was leaking too much. So these white caps right now, it's like these are my only 10 that I got, and I had to do a shoot with them. So this is all temporary because it's really gonna be a gold cap. See the gold cap right there? That one's right. And the label's gonna be an all gold label. And it's gonna be black. So it's just gonna be black and gold.
And we're going to be on the lookout for that. Right now, we care about what's in there and how slick it's going to be running down Melyssa's body. So,
Yo, so look, hold on. And it's like a complexion like Melyssa, like God only knows what he was doing when he gave me the idea to do this. And he knew that this day was gonna come when I would be doing this interview with Melyssa Ford.
Melissa, you can pull your mic down.
Hold on. Yeah, just hold the mic
Now, is
right
it a
there,
certain
Melissa.
technique you need to do to get the oil in, or?
Nah, you just gotta hold on. Nobody talk.
Wait, but-
Nobody talk.
Okay.
Nobody talk. You just gotta get every piece of it. Yeah, Melyssa, just like that.
Okay.
Perfect. Just stroke it, get it deep in there.
Melissa, you're going to take one for the team for it. We love you.
I always do.
Oh, let's see. Is this like? I'm telling you, this is heavenly.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, for me, I'd be fucking right now.
Already? Already?
It doesn't take much for
your
Jason.
nails look
You
nice.
can't rub on me like that.
I have a little bit more stamina than that.
I don't.
Yeah. So you don't want to do your back nowhere?
Yes. Come on. I mean,
Yeah, you just can't do one damn
You
arm.
gotta you can't be looking half shiny and half
Listen, my
dry.
nigga,
Okay,
I'm giving you a chance of a lifetime. Take it.
Hey, poetic move them. No justice, no peace braids, please.
Shut your face.
There we go.
Okay, so is this like a multi-purpose use?
This
Like,
is look. You can cook with it. You can do your skin with it. You can jack with it.
Can you can you replace lubrication? Like if you were to use
I
it,
just said you can jack with it.
no, but can you fuck somebody using it? Like
I'm
Can
not.
it go inside a vagina or an
Thank you.
asshole
No,
or
listen.
something?
I remember on your DVD back in the day in the early 2000s when I bought it. I remember looking at it, and there was a scene you had on like the black thing, and you was on the chair crawling. And there was like a scene where your arch was looking like super crazy.
if you don't rub that oil on her back, the fuck?
All right, hold on.
We went from
Yes, and just
you
like
know
that.
what? Her straps just I can't.
I gave them a little.
I don't care what
Let me tell
nobody
you something.
say.
Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
My people from New York, they know what this moment means to me. Like anyone who came in my room in my early 20s,
Shout out to Nicki Minaj.
like
Oh, that feels really good.
These Barbies are gonna be mad. Fuck you, Barbies.
Yo, I don't care what nobody say. Massaging with oil always lead to fucking.
Listen, Gio, shut up.
I've never seen so many people videotape somebody getting oil rubbed on
Nice
their
ass
body.
back, Melissa. Shit.
that's what I'm
Thank
saying.
you.
You doing backups?
Gio, you have a girlfriend.
I can't compliment her on her goddamn back.
Thank you. This feels really
If I
good.
compliment you on your back, is that okay?
Hey, can everyone please shut up?
Yes,
I'm trying
sir.
to concentrate.
Gio, you have an amazing back.
Okay, now we got to get that other arm action going. Okay, here we
You
go.
don't want to do the front clavicle
Listen,
bones?
okay, we are
What's a
making our way
clavicle bone?
around. What's it? Clavicle?
Yeah.
Clavicle.
It's your collarbone.
Oh, okay, well, I got that.
Yeah, y'all know, Melissa's smart. She's
Can I
on
just say,
camera.
shout out to the show where I talked about a driving range and the golf course as if they weren't the same fucking thing or whatever. Like, I didn't know a driving range was what we were talking about.
Yeah,
Listen,
that was funny.
Melissa, you inspire me
Oh, thank
to
you.
be better.
I appreciate that.
Everything in life.
I'm really enjoying this.
Shout out to our listeners who are like, what the fuck is going on? He's
I'm
still
getting
rubbing her body.
massaged. I'm getting
You see,
massaged
I
with
put it in my,
coconut
I
oil.
put it in my
with
hair,
some-
by the way.
With some very big,
Listen, on some look.
big strong hands.
Oh, knock it off.
Okay.
Portion of my proceeds from this is going to my Stunt for Jamaica charity, but me rubbing this on Melyssa Ford, I know it's gonna make this thing skyrocket even crazier. So I'm down to
See, and if he's not getting an erection right now, but he's getting an erection in the gym working out, that shit was staged. Did you stage that?
If I had on sweatpants, everything on this table would be getting knocked over.
Good answer.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna wrap up the massage portion of the show. Thank you. Thank
He would
you.
have he would have did the whole damn body.
Listen,
think
I
he's
know.
done.
I know.
Okay,
I can't though.
Let him come back and sit down and get his
Somebody
seat. Okay. So
my mic.
how did the coconut oil thing come about? Like, was that more of because you're always shiny on Instagram? Was that a part of your own thing?
Originally, I was always using baby oil, and then I'm just like, this shit is just kind of weird. I don't know. I just felt like the glow wasn't the same. And then one day I said, yo, let me try this coconut oil. And I tried it, and it changed my life. I've been glistening ever since. That's why like I always like be having my shirt off. Like if you had like a chest and a six pack, and y'all gotta know, I wasn't always in shape. I used to have man boobs and a fat gut.
You was a chubby
I used to
little
be in a pool with girls and keep my t-shirt on because I didn't want people looking at my man boobs.
So now that you've worked out and put in the work, you're showing it off.
Yeah, I was like, come on. Then you see niggas like, all right, nigga, we get it. You work out.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo, bro,
nigga.
when I saw you in a deadbeat of summer, bro, and you was shirtless with a damn fur coat on, I was weak.
Are you talking about the Amber Rose party?
The Amber, it was this nigga
First of all, his green screen right now. You have no shirt on. You're shiny in a sale
a fur coat.
With a fur coat.
Yeah, I'm fur guard. Call me the fur boss.
fur boss.
Stunt boss, fur
Did-
boss.
When you
stunt
were having
king.
sex with Nicki Minaj, did she call you fur boss? I mean, what did she call you? Just a question.
Yeah, did you guys have nicknames for each other? Let me guess yours. Long Duck Dong. No? Okay.
You ain't Asian.
Fonty.
What is that?
I don't know.
Monty?
Vonti?
Fonty.
Vonti.
That's what she called you?
Yeah.
You don't miss that?
Yo, Jason, y'all blood clot madman, yo.
And tell people for real, Safaree is your real name.
Yeah, Safaree is my real name.
Yeah.
I don't know. People be thinking it's a tag name.
So the SB stunts, did you drop that because you wanted to just be Safaree?
Yeah, like the SB was short for like Scaff Beezy because that's what, that was my tag name growing up. Because my real name growing up, my whole, like everyone in Jamaica called me was Scaff.
Okay.
So American people say Scaff, but everyone in my family says Scaff.
Skiff. Is that right? Skiff.
Scaff, yeah.
And so now that
Scaff.
you've come out of the relationship and have stood on your own feet with your own platform and building your own empire, how does that feel?
It feels amazing. I get up, I look in the mirror, and I'm like, thank you, God. I just got up this morning and I ended rubbing coconut oil on Melyssa Ford. Like, this isn't a normal day. Like, who does that? How many niggas can get up and say, oh, let me get fly. Let me pack up this suitcase with my coconut oil, go do a radio interview and rub down Melyssa Ford?
Not very many
Not-
guys can actually
not
say
many.
that.
Yo, Brooklyn, man, come on, we on the map. Come on,
When we have all these
Stand
male
up.
guests come in here and talk about you in this way, I feel like I'm missing something.
this happens all the time.
We have a very different relationship. She's
Yeah.
clearly I'm not rubbing her down.
Yeah.
I get to sit by her every time we work, bro. My name.
Melissa, but do you know the juice you have, or you act like you don't know, or it's just like whatever?
Iz knows the
She
juice
know.
she has.
She know.
Iz, who ate your booty?
Oh, yeah, no, he knows all about it.
It's somebody. He's a nobody.
He's just, yeah.
Yeah, I
Anyways.
remember she did an interview and she went like this, and she was like, "No butt action." I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, she
he's
don't
talking
like
about-
eating dudes' asses, but she
But
let a
she
nigga eat her
doesn't. She
ass.
doesn't do anal. Is what he's
No
saying.
anal.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely not. It's
So you've seen
not a
our show?
discussion.
Of course.
Did you see the Little Mama interview?
Yeah, that's why he showed up today.
Nah, I didn't see that one.
Oh, okay.
Wow, what happened on that one?
She didn't either.
I seen the one with Floyd. I seen the one with Tank. I seen the one with
Speaking of the one with Tank, it's really pissed Moniece off. She's on our show, and I know that she slid in your DMs once, right?
Whoa.
Wasn't she just talking shit about him the other day?
She did. Oh, thank you. She
Yes.
did. Okay, so Moniece, and just for the record, because I
It
was
just
in I
seemed-
was in bed at 2 a.m. last night. I got a text from Gio. Don't be texting me after midnight. We got rules. I'm just saying.
I
Or he's
text
gonna
him.
start thinking something.
It was
You a
work. It was
nasty
work. It
nigga.
was work related. I'm just saying, if a nigga texts me after 12 o'clock, It's fair game.
Clean that shit up.
Anyway, it was work related, but I was sleeping. The other person texting me was Moniece, and it was a lot of texting. And I want to say for the record, I don't hate Moniece. I have nothing personal against her. Just she's so active online that she comes up in conversation. So she went after you recently in an interview saying that she was on Power 106 where she said you were denied entry at a game party. And that basically you're not a coworker, even though you are one of the new stars of Love and Hip Hop. So what do you think about that?
I know I just came from Tokyo, booked. I know I just came from Jamaica, booked. I know I got a show
Jamaica.
in Dubai, booked. Hold on, how many songs I got on the radio? None. Oh, how many hot top charting albums I got? None. Oh, when did my episode just air? Monday. And I got all that lit. I'm up here. I don't hear nobody down here.
Go into the
And I'ma
Jamaican
leave it
accent.
at that.
Tell them,
I
man.
hear that.
So the audience doesn't know, but I've heard she slid in your DMs. I heard that from a friend of mine. I'm not going to say her name. Shout out to Nicki, baby. So when she slid in your DMs, was she trying to fuck? Was she trying to get to know you? What was Moniece trying to do?
It was a long DM about like me working with her or some shit like that. I saw it, but I didn't reply.
So why didn't you reply?
So I guess that's why she's salty, because you didn't reply.
I'm just saying, man. I got other things to do. I got better things to do.
I hear that.
Well, shout out to Moniece, and if I can bring you all together, I hope you guys get a hit single one day.
He had a dope ass song though, Burner. That was one of my favorite songs. Burner, his whole mixtape. What it is, what it is. It is what it is. 2 out right now.
And just for the record, we were at Ray J's wedding with the Game. You and Game are good friends.
Yeah,
He's put you on his
Shout out
Instagram.
Game.
You guys are friends. So, so Ray J's wedding. What did you think about it?
It was dope. It made me want to get married one day.
To Nicki Minaj or Nicki Baby?
I just want to get married one day, you know? And
Rosa Acosta or Nia Riley?
to the-
I'm just gonna keep going through our cast member reunions coming up. I need drama.
yo, I just want to like get married and with a mature woman who is down to raise our child in Jamaica. Cause I want his first 7 to 8 years of his life. I want him in Jamaica.
You want him like that little boy to be like, no weakness, strength. You got the
Yeah.
better muscle.
I like that little kid.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah, you want a son like that. Accent and all.
You down, Melissa?
What's that?
I said, you down?
Do you have any kids?
Actually,
No.
I asked Melissa at lunch yesterday if she wanted to have my baby. So you're gonna have to wait.
Damn.
We did have that
Yeah,
conversation.
we did.
It was very brief.
Yeah.
You got some
He likes to
strong-ass
broker my
chromosomes.
vagina, and he also like he kind of just thinks that I'm like this incubator.
No,
You know what I'm
'cause
saying?
I said something to Floyd about me and you having a kid. He was like, "Shut the fuck up."
Floyd would disown both of
I
us
secretly think Floyd wants it. Actually,
to have a baby with me.
yeah. Oh, jokingly, I'm joking.
Okay,
haha,
yeah.
but he does fan out over Melissa the way you have. What is that?
What is it?
It's
See, I couldn't have what you. I would be fucking right now. For real.
Yeah, man. Like I love you, Melissa, but you just look like if you was my girl, just waking up off sight, we fucking. Like you just got
first
that
of all,
walk
wait,
around the
First of all,
house.
the fact that you let her go to sleep, you ain't doing enough work.
I mean, she gotta sleep, goddamn,
Hey,
to keep
niggas
this
gotta-
tight ass
niggas gotta
skin.
take a break.
Yeah, niggas gotta take a break.
I was in a
ain't the young
relationship.
spring chicken I used to
was
be.
in a relationship once that we both suffer from insomnia. It was
Hey, can I ask y'all a question?
Yes.
How many days a week or how many times a week do you think is good or normal?
We
for
talked about this.
So
the other day.
sex in a
if I
relationship.
just based my X videos and Pornhub activity 4 to 5.
4 to 5 times a week,
a day.
4 to 5 times sex a day.
Yeah, absolutely. I could.
With my girl now is not a lot, but before her,
they're
we
not
was
very
doing about-
sexual. They're very cerebral.
Yeah.
We get it. Yeah. Okay.
But we was before her, we was going like Jackrabbits.
Melissa?
I'm kind of like the 5 to 6 times a week kind of.
Really?
God damn, that's every day. You gonna rest on the Sabbath? What the?
You're
I
a fuck.
mean-
I didn't know you were a freak like that.
It's sex.
The thing
you know?
with Melissa,
How's that freaky?
she like
likes
her
sex.
her posture and her poise is just like so everything about her. It's like she's not easy to read. So it's like when I hear her talk like that, I'm just like wow because she's just so like got this wall that just makes you see nothing but.
I do
Let her
have.
give her
I
a
do
few
have
glasses
them
of red
walls.
wine.
I do have them walls.
Shout out to those.
Sugar
that-
walls.
Shout out to the walls.
Shout out to those that've been in them.
They're all
Now-
trying to get back into ham.
So, the Love
stalker pussy.
So the Love and Hip Hop reunion is coming up. We're both going to New York in October. Are you excited for your first reunion experience? Because it's a fucking headache.
Yo, they hit me today for my to book my flight.
Yeah.
And everyone, you gave me the heads up.
Oh yeah,
and they said it's crazy.
I think Safaree's had a really good first season because typically it's like this chaos. You've had a good first. You've looked really good. There was a funny scene, really quick. He was in a scene on the beach. And I was on a bike ride.
I saw that.
And we rode up on them in a scene talking about Floyd.
I can't. That
was unplanned.
That was insane. Like nobody who on the outside looking in would think that was like
that
real.
was reality TV.
Yeah,
and they literally said his name and we rolled up.
Like for real reality.
And a lot of people be hitting me. They be like, "Yo, was this shit really real?" I'm like, "Yo, like nigga, this shit is real life."
Yeah,
these people really don't like each other,
right? At all. So the reunion, I said to Safaree, you have to be ready. Because it's not the conflict you have with the people you're in a relationship that you got to worry about as much. Because there's that. It's the people sitting around that have an opinion about your relationship or you or the comments online that weigh in. And then all of a sudden now you got somebody talking crazy to you and then pull you all out of character. And the audience who's there yelling. Like there was somebody calling me, fuck boy. I had to put him out.
Oh, word? So hold on.
Fuck out.
How many people are in the crowd when we do it?
There's at least 150. There's a lot of people. And these are New Yorkers, so you know how your people are.
I'm just letting everybody know that I'm about to be the flyest man in the history.
You getting a custom fur made right now
for the reunion?
Oh, I don't know. I'm coming to
represent.
You
getting something custom made right now?
I'm coming to represent the money team, so I'm gonna be fly too.
You should get some fur coconut oil holders, like you could put it like in there. Just like
what he should do is he should bring Ziploc baggies of that shit. When people start acting up, he should just throw it on them.
That's you could be like
put it in balloons.
You drench one of them girls with coconut oil on live TV.
They're screwed.
Oh, so that dress is
they're
done.
screwed. They're totally screwed.
Speaking of oil, do you need a refreshing?
Okay, while he does the refreshing, let me just throw. I want to do this
Gio
thing.
really wanted to be the one to refresh Miss Kelly.
I did.
So let me ask you. We were having this debate earlier about Beyonce versus Rihanna. Who do you think is the hottest artist out of the two?
Out of Beyonce and Rihanna, I don't know who's. Damn, that's hard.
I said the same shit earlier.
It's like apples and oranges.
I can say it with my eyes closed. Beyonce.
That's an overall entertainer, but I said.
But you know what though? I feel like overall on some like
superstar.
They're both amazing. They're both superstars. Like Beyonce is like a legend.
Yeah.
Like she's iconic.
Yeah.
Like she's Michael Jackson status. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I appreciate that you give her that credit. You know, Floyd asked if we wanted to interview Beyonce. I told him there's no way in hell we'd get through it.
I would actually love to see that.
I would fan the fuck out.
But Rihanna too. Rihanna got the fallout factor. Like if she step out and people see her,
she's cold.
Niggas is passing out.
Her eyes are beautiful. Have you seen her? You've met her? You met her?
Yeah, I met her in person.
Her eyes are beautiful.
Yeah,
I told her she looked like she just get down, like she down for whatever.
Her eyes,
like girls, all that shit.
Too. Yeah,
but you need to reach out to Rihanna because her best friend's name is Melyssa Ford.
And you'd have no idea the confusion that presents.
Okay, well, we need to...
Ridiculous.
Oh, her last name is Ford too?
Yes. The girl's name is Melyssa Ford.
Rihanna's
it's
best
spelled
friend?
two different ways. Like Ford hers is with an...
F-O-R-D-E.
Yeah, and my name used to be spelled that way, but my grandmother took the E off before she came to Canada from Barbados. And then she spelled it Melissa. Yeah.
So what's your bloodline?
My father's family is from Barbados, Christchurch, and my mother is Russian and Norwegian.
I see all of that shit in you too.
Here it is.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the last interview that I hope to ever see where anybody asks you about Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, on some real shit. After this, anybody else asks me anything, I'm gonna say fuck you and I'm leaving.
Okay.
Yo, listen, man. When I tell you. This is really, really, really the last thing. I'm just gonna look at niggas and I'm just gonna not say nothing. Ask me a question. Let's start it from now.
So when did you decide to fuck Nicki raw?
Yo, this nigga, man, you deserve a show, man. This guy is outrageous.
I'm just trying to think of all the things. So I have a question. Did you and Nicki ever talk about having kids?
You just put oil on the whole.
You're not
time.
supposed to practice not responding now.
Oh. Yeah, we spoke about it. Vaguely.
You know, I will say this. I'm not gonna ask any more Nicki questions because I feel like it's exhausted. But I will say that if there isn't a statute of limitations on fighting for what you're deserved or you deserve, you should fight for it. I mean, it's only fair. It's not like you're trying to get anything from her and Meek. You're not trying to get anything from anything outside of what you worked on.
Just was
if you put in the work, I mean, if Biggie was alive, he would sue Kim if she wasn't giving him her money, his money. Don't do that to a legend. They'll get you. Shout out to my girl Faith Evans. Love you, Faye.
I love Faith too, but shit.
Okay. Anyway.
So yeah. Anyway, that's my encouragement.
Yeah.
Any last words for Safaree before we go?
I really want to thank you for the massage because I feel really good right now.
Why are you getting all girly right now?
Because I do. I am one, and it happens.
Melyssa, seriously, you're an amazing individual.
Thank you.
Like, I really mean that. I'm not even trying to G you or gas you. Like, you really impacted my life.
Thanks. I
real.
appreciate that.
So this is what we're gonna do. If you can pull that poster up, do you have that poster?
Yeah.
We blew up this poster of Melyssa Ford, and he used to have posters on your wall. So you're gonna write something really erotic on that, and he's gonna get to take that with him because we give our guest gifts.
We do.
Something really erotic?
We started that trend with Laz Alonso. We
I
got
wanted
him
to
a
post
ball
that.
gag.
Huh?
I said I wanted to post that picture, but Jason told me to wait.
Yeah.
So
I
do
mean,
you want me
that
to
was
sign
that was
it?
after he told me that him and Nicki Minaj had a conversation about your body. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, I did.
So can I get a Sharpie?
We'll get that when we get off the air. But right now, we're gonna go before he says something reckless.
Anything else you want to promote? Say, Safaree, man.
Yo, I'm out here, man. I'm a brand. That's it. I ain't doing regular shit. Don't try to box me in. I stunt on bikes. I rub coconut oil on myself and bad chicks.
Yum.
These are the Safaree Collection sunglasses, optics by Parker. They'll be available December 22nd. They're
That's my
available for
birthday.
pre-order right now. Oh, happy early birthday. I'm going to make sure, too.
You came to my birthday
Yeah.
2 years ago.
And to close out, rest in peace to any future Nicki Minaj questions.
Exactly.
Yeah, RIP to any of that, man. Like, even on the show, it was like my intro. They said, listen, I didn't
I
want to
thought
do
you
it.
did a class. I thought you showed a lot of class in how you described your past.
Yeah, I just wanted, they just was like, listen, you have to address it.
Yeah,
I said, all right, I'll do it. This is my intro. That's it. Boom, that's it. But
no more.
Cool.
yeah, man. What's
All right.
up?
Well, this is Safaree's debut on Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored, and I'm sure it's going to be very interesting when it hits the airwaves.
You
Yeah,
did good. You did good.
These nuts, man. In everybody's mouth.
Goodbye. We're
These
out.
coconut oil.
We are out. Bye.